Good morning. Early morning. It is early morning. One of those days where I just can't sleep. So, getting up, getting myself together, getting myself going for the day. I have a lot to do today. It's Friday. I've got to run out and do errands. Good morning. As you can see, it's still dark where I am. I'm in Texas. And I am getting ready this morning for my TGIF. And thanks for watching. Appreciate your patronage on my channels. It does not go unnoticed, and I so appreciate you, your comments, your encouragement, your well wishes for my husband who is recovering from his major surgery. And you guys just blow me away, and I just wanted to take a minute and thank you for that. We all have so many choices at the click of a finger, and I appreciate that you, first of all, find me and find my videos, but then take the time to watch them, and that is just such a great thing for me, and I appreciate it very much. It is a change in the weather here in Houston, for sure. It is extremely windy outside. We are headed into a long weekend of transition. And then Monday, my gosh, Monday we're going to be in the teens, which for Houston that is not what we are used to here. And so consequently, when that happens here, I don't know why. Maybe because it doesn't happen enough and people aren't used to driving in really icy, bad conditions. But it is not a pleasant thing to be out driving in Houston when we have this kind of weather, because it just seems like people are just not used to it. They don't know how to drive in it. If you've not lived in a place where you get that kind of weather, it's, it can be a difficult thing to figure out how to drive. So, welcome in this morning on this dark, cold Friday morning. Grab your drink. I'm drinking my trusty iced coffee. Love it, love it, love it. Have all my tools to you, and grab something to eat if you need it, and let's get this party started today. I am using my two trusty, I still haven't gone out there to get my other product, and I walk out there every time to get it, and then I end up forgetting it. Hope that's not a sign of things to come, right? As we get older and more mature, we forget. CoverGirl. This is a color corrector, a primer, a moisturizer, and I love it. I think it is a beautiful, this is sort of the pinky color. There were so many colors to choose from. I got this at my local food store, my grocery store, which here in Texas, the big food chain here in Texas now is H-E-B. So I got that at H-E-B, and then I'm also getting my e.l.f. products at H-E-B. This is the moisturizing primer from e.l.f. I love this product. These two together just make my skin so supple and ready for foundation, and I'm just doing a little bit more, rubbing it in. I do like to let it kind of work its way in on its own, let my skin drink it in, if you will. So while that's doing that, let's talk about, if you're just joining me and this is your first video, I want to talk about this beautiful foundation. For mature skin, I have not found anything that works even close to this foundation. This is House Labs, Lady Gaga's brand, and this is how much I'm using. Not hardly any. I'm using 3 little drops. That's it. That's all I'm using. and I am going to use my fingers because I do like spreading it with my fingers. I like to see, as I'm spreading it, just how it changes the appearance of my skin. This is actually a little bit too much today, as you can see. Got a lot of excess. So we're just going to really work that in, and then I'm going to come in a minute with my brush and make sure I don't have any harsh lines anywhere with it. And I got it really blended. This is amazing. Not only, it just feels absolutely unbelievable. I feel like I'm putting on some sort of pulverized silk product. The color is perfect for me, and it goes on, it just goes on. You know, I don't get speechless about a lot of things, but this product has just blown me away. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to come in and I'm going to make sure that I've got all that really blended. I don't have any, any lumpy bumpies anywhere with it. And what truly amazes me about this is not only the way that it makes my skin feel and look, but I don't feel like I'm wearing any foundation. And just, look how uniform now. It color corrects. It gives me this beautiful, supple, soft feeling. It breathes. I've got this, amazing coverage. I'm sorry that light seems a little bright today. And wow. Now I did wait when I purchased this because I had some coupons, and it's a little bit more expensive than I might normally would spend, but I had heard such good things and watched so many great reviews that I just knew I really, really wanted to give it a try. And so I kind of waited until I had a coupon, and I got it from Ulta. I had a coupon in points, and so that's kind of what inspired me to get it, is that I wasn't going to pay full price for it. If I remember correctly, I think the full price for it is between $40 and $50. And for me, that's it's a lot. It's not the most expensive, but it's certainly not the cheapest. But what I get from it is worth paying that price for it, even if I don't have a coupon. It is that good, and it gives me that much and that high a result level is worth, in my opinion, paying that. So okay, now I'm coming in and I'm using today my white LA Color Girl Pro Concealer. I'm using white because today I didn't sleep great, didn't really get enough sleep, so I'm going to have bags today, dark coloration under my eyes. So I'm just trying to give my eyes a little bit more help today with the discoloration and the darkness. And as you can see, I'm stippling in this concealer with my concealer brush. I do have a teary eye this morning, so I need to correct that. Probably poked myself here. And then I'm just going to come back in with my bigger foundation brush and make sure that I've got all of that really blended well. Can't believe I was watching the national weather last night. Cannot believe what's going on everywhere in the United States right now. It's crazy. Kind of suspected we were going to have a cold winter after we had such an incredibly hot, difficult summer, but I don't really think anybody was prepared for what we're getting so early. This is so early for the Houston area. February is when we generally, if we see really bad storms, but we've already had first part of December, end of October, we had freezing temps, and that is really early for Houston. I don't know what I believe, to be quite honest, about climate change. I think we definitely have climate change, but then you get this kind of weather, and that's definitely not global warming. Even my family in Australia was telling me in their winter, it was much colder winter for them than they've experienced in the past. And where my family is from, it gets really, really cold and windy, and I mean miserably cold. And you're probably thinking, Australia? Well, yeah, my family is from the inner tablelands, which is between Sydney and Canberra, the nation's capital, and then if you go about an hour and a half inland, so sort of northwest of Canberra and then southwest of Sydney, you kind of meet in the middle. That's the tablelands, and the wind comes off the big mountain range. I can remember as a little girl at my grandparents' house, and my grandmother would never sleep without a window open, never. And you used to have to pile your covers on, as many as you could, and then if you had to get up in the middle of the night, you had to always make sure you had socks on, and then you would have to run to the bathroom as quick as you can, do what you needed to do, and then run back before you just absolutely froze. Such fond memories. Isn't it amazing what you remember in your adulthood about your childhood? I had a remarkable childhood. Unusual, because my brothers and I grew up on and around the professional golf circuit. My dad's a retired touring pro golfer, an architect and television commentator, and he has just a remarkable career. And so we had a little bit different childhood than most. We also came from Australia in the late 60s, and so my childhood was definitely not normal, if that's the right word. Maybe standard is a better way to describe it. It wasn't the standard childhood that you think about, but my childhood was remarkable. My parents were remarkable parents. Still, my dad still is. Of course, I lost my mom over a year ago, which just doesn't even seem possible. I still have those days where something happens and I'm like, oh, I gotta go call Mom and talk to her about this, and then I realize after I've said that to myself that I can't call and talk to her anymore because she's not here anymore. So I have to talk to her in my heart and in my soul, and I miss her, for sure. Losing a parent is a very tough gig, especially when you're as close to your parent as I was to my mom. She was my best friend, outside my husband, of course. And we talked about everything, and she was my inspiration for, everything in my life, as far as being a female and a mother, a wife. She was the ultimate feminine, put-together woman who was incredibly strong. She basically ran a household so my dad could travel 40 weeks out of the year, maybe more. And she just did it. She was miles away from any family, because all of our family is still in Australia, and my parents' immediate families are still in Australia, and she just did it. She came from that generation that you just did it, and you didn't complain about it, or if you did, you certainly didn't let on to your children that you were complaining about it. I'm using my Benefit brow system today. This is step number 3. I have used the pencil to outline the eyebrows. I just use the natural shape of the brow, and then the second step is the wax, and then the third step is the color brush. So we're coloring in those areas of the brows that are sparse. I must admit, I thought this system was going to be so much more difficult than it is, and I thought there's no way I can use that. I just am not a good brow person, and it's just blown me away how easy it is and how great they look. Alright, now I'm using my House Labs sorry, I can't talk and do that at the same time. This is my House Labs lip pencils. I love this. This is in the mauve color. I don't know how many of these there were, but I think there was quite a few, and I always gravitate to mauves and pinks, maybe a little coppery color occasionally, but this is a really easy lipstick to use, and I do like the formula. It lasts quite a bit. I mean, maybe twice during the day. I have to redo it after lunch, and then maybe one other time during the day. Alright, as you can see today, I'm wearing black and gray. Get a drink here. By the way, I did fill in my, seal my foundation with my Fenty. Let me just show you this, my Fenty powder foundation. I love this product. This is a really nice product, especially if you're wanting that little bit higher finish you know, a little bit more coverage to your complexion. And I'm doing that today because I do have a few things out of my office. I have to meet a few people and run some errands. So today I definitely want a little bit more on my face to finish it a little bit. Give me that really pretty finished porcelain matte look to my skin. Alright, we're using my favorite gray palette, Mrs. Daikatlu, I think is how you pronounce that. I got it from Shein. Remarkable, remarkable palette. It is truly a gray palette. Not green gray, not blue gray, but gray, and I love it. So I'm using the white color, and we are putting that all over the eye socket. And we're taking it up underneath, putting it up on that underneath the brows to give that really pretty open look. And I'm going to run it up and into the corners here. I want to make sure that the corners are really, really light today, because I didn't sleep well. Just giving my eye sockets a little help with a lighter color. So I'm not seeing all of that darkness. Okay, I'm going to use the shimmer in here today, and we're going to use this top shimmer up here, and then we're going to use the darker shimmer down here as the contour. So the one up here in the top right, and then the one down here on the bottom left. And the one on the top right is going to be transition. It's going to go into my transition area right up in here. And we are going to take that above the bone, or onto the bone. Windshield wiper motions here. Back and forth. And then up onto this large bone up here. And then bring it out to the side. Do the same over here. For what this palette costs, I am truly blown away by it. I don't know who this manufacturer is, but I have 3 of their palettes that I got from Shein that I might have paid $4 for, and their formulas are amazing. Just goes to show you don't have to spend $60 or $40 or $20 on a palette of eyeshadow for it to be a good product with good formulas. Okay, now we're going to come in and we're going to pick up that darker gray, and we're going to outline. Start down here on the bottom lash line, and I'm using a diagonally cut brush to get as close to that lash line as I can. And just following the natural shape and getting it as close to the lash water line as I can, and then just blending and smudging it. Yep. Then we're going to come and we're going to put our brush up in here, and we're going to make a C right here. go up into where the crease is. We're going to make a little C. And then we're going to bring it out. You could also say it's a triangular. So if you're watching how my brush is going here and then here, and then I'm just filling that area in as I go. And that's drawing the shape of my eye this way. So from making it look like it's wider from here to here. Do the same up in here. Gosh, it's so windy I can hear the trees outside. Do you have your house all ready to go for Old Man Winter's storm? I hope so. We do. All right, very nice. I am going to come back in with my other fluffy brush and just do some blending here, but first we're going to pick up the fallout, and I'm going to use my tiny little round powder puff, and I'm just going to go right under here, and I'm going to sweep that away. So there's not much, just a little bit, but enough that you would definitely have to clean it up. Okay, now let's use my big blending brush, and let's just make sure this is all really softly blended out. Very nice. Such a pretty, pretty gray. Oh, boy, I tell you, when gray works, it really works. It looks great with brown eyes as well. Alright, now we're going to contour. I use Milani, and sorry, that finishing powder is my Revlon Color Stay. It's the product that I've had and used for 20 plus years. It's beautiful. It gives you this beautiful porcelain matte finish. It absorbs any sweating or moisture that you get. Oops, wrong brush, Carrie. Clean that off. It absorbs any shine throughout the day, which I definitely like. Don't like to see any shine at all. So now I am using my Milani contour, and it is in the lightest color. And as I've talked about before, for me, I'm just wanting to accentuate this big bone, right? I am not looking for that really dark that a lot of people do. For me, it just doesn't look right. I'm so fair that for me, that to me just doesn't, it's not flattering on me. It's flattering on so many others, but for me, it's just not something that I find that I need any more than just that, because if you look right here, you can definitely see the difference between here and here. There's a shadow. Same over here, between here and here, there's a shadow. So for me, this is all I need, and it's a really nice product. It's Milani. It's a great price point. It lasts forever. You can get it at your drugstore. This is a wonderful product and wonderful brand. If you like that lighter type contour bronzing look, which is definitely me. Okay, what do we need now? Blush. Today we're going to use my Tarte Energy. This is a great dupe for Christian Dior's Backstage Rosy Glow. Got it at Ulta. It runs about $35 to $40, I believe. One of the products that I do buy when I have points and coupons, so I'm not paying full price. Get that on the cheeks, on the apples, a little bit on my nose, down on my chin, and up here, just to give a little bit of color. Alright. Now we've got all that done, we need to just pick up our powder puff and then dip back into, for me, I'm dipping back into my Revlon. And I'm just making sure that I have no hard lines anywhere. I'm blending in that blush. Making sure up top looks good. Just softening any edges that might be out there that I'm missing as I'm going along here. Okay, time to curl the lashes. When I curl, I do 3 or 4 times each lash, and then I step back and see if I can see the curl, and sometimes I have to go back in for another swipe. Perfect. And today I'm going to be using my Thrive mascara. And I haven't used it in a while, so I really need to make sure that what is going on here. Something's off. There we go. Loading up, and I do have a lot of product. Don't know how that happened. I think it's just about done. That's probably why. Just clean that up so I don't get it everywhere. This is a really nice product too. I first was introduced to this by a beautiful influencer who really doesn't need any mascara on her lashes. They're stunning, long, beautiful, dark lashes. And I watched her use this product, and her lashes just were the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And so I started to use this, and it is definitely in my top 3. I love the wand on this mascara. Probably my favorite wand, actually. It's very hard. It's very small. It gets all the way to the root of my lash, so I can really grab the curl. Everywhere here. This is a tubular mascara as well, so it makes tubes, which are so easy to remove. Got a little smudge there. Let's reload. Yep, this one is just about done. I'm going to need to reorder this for sure. So as I alluded earlier in the week, guys, I'm working on several affiliate programs with several companies. I'm thrilled to announce that Flower Nose and Natasha Denona are the first two affiliate programs that I am working with. Thrilled about that. You can find those links on my main landing page, which is where you can get all of my businesses, all of my interests, all of my things that I'm involved in. My business web pages are linked there. You can book consultations there, makeup consultations, makeover consultations. You can book modeling sessions with me, speaking sessions, my involvement with the RSD Association, which is the disease I have in my legs, and there's also a weight loss group that you can also get involved with on that page. As a weight loss surgery survivor, having a group to talk about your recovery and your life after surgery is so important, because your life definitely changes with weight loss surgery on every level. And for me, having, others to talk about challenges and problems and frustrations, exchange ideas, bug there, is really important. And so you can reach that group from that main landing page. You can get everything there. My insurance agency, my DIY company, my mental wellness company, everything. You just touch and click and print and go, and you're connected. Alright, we're going to put some lip gloss on, and this is Christian Dior's wonderfully moisturizing lip gloss that I adore. I love this. It moisturizes my lips like no other product that I have found so far. Alright, let's see how we are looking here. Put my eyes on. And very nice. What do you think? I think I need a little more color here. And I think I need a little more definition in my eyeshadow. Just a little up in, sorry guys, I got a runny nose this morning. Up in the transition area. Right here. Just a little. Coming in with that darker gray, and just sort of stippling that in. Yep. Yep, that looks better. Okay, and then I do need to fix those dark spots where I smudged. And I'm just going to pick up some of that white powder from the eye palette. And just right here is where and we're going to put a little in the corner here. in the tear duct. There we go. Finito. Get my glasses on. Yes, much better. Much better. All right. I think that's it for me on this cold. As you can see now, it's becoming light outside. I've been here for a little bit. Put some lotion on. And it's Friday. TGIF, everybody. I hope that you have a remarkable Friday, that you have a productive day. You get everything done that you need to get done before the weekend, and that your weekend is a time of relaxation, decompression, spending time with your loved ones, and just getting away from the madness of our busy life during the week. I hope you enjoy it and get some nice, good rest. Thank you for being a part of this community. I really, really appreciate that more than I can share with you verbally. I love what I do. I love helping people. And if my channel can give you some tips and tricks and advice and some help along the way to help you reach your goals and be as successful as you can, we all deserve to have it all. We all work hard with faith, love, dedication, and care. I think that we can all achieve anything we set our mind to. I believe that. I visualize that, and that's what I say to myself. And most importantly, reaffirming to each and every one of us every day that our age is just a number. It doesn't mean anything else except that. It is a number, and it does not define you or prevent you from going back and grabbing a goal that you didn't finish or starting a new one. You're never too young and you're never too old to chase and find your dreams. Never give up on a dream. It's what my mom told me right before she passed. And that is a commitment that I'm making to myself for the rest of my life. If I've got a goal or a dream, I'm going to get it, and I'm not going to let anything stand in my way until I achieve it. You can too. Faith, love, hard work, and dedication. We all can achieve spectacular things. Help each other. More importantly, help each other along the way, and then we will for sure have wonderful success. Community. It takes a community to raise a child. It takes a community to live. And helping each other is vitally important. Let's come to the middle and help each other, especially in these challenging times that we live in. So thank you for joining me on this Friday as we got ready this morning. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Get your house and get yourselves ready for Old Man Winter, because he's arriving on Monday with a vengeance. And God bless. Stay safe. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit the bell so you know the next time I post a video, and see you next time. Have a great day.